Hey, welcome back. This is episode 6 of the Salesforce Data Cloud Masterclass. Today, Data Cloud Masterclass, Reconciliation Rules and Data Survivorship Strategy. Deep dive into identity resolution, conflict resolution, source prioritization, and unified profile mechanics. Let's get into it. Here's what we're covering today. The fundamentals of data survivorship and identity resolution, then, reconciliation rule types, last updated, most frequent, and source priority, then, field level overrides versus global rule set configurations, then, under the hood, unified individual and identity link data models, then, handling unmerges, data lineage, and production CTA guardrails. Stay for the last one, it's the piece most tutorials miss. Let me explain this simply. Now that we know how Data Cloud matches disparate records using fuzzy logic and exact match rules, we hit a critical wall when three records merge, whose email address wins. That's where reconciliation rules step in.
So if my CRM says John and my e-commerce system says Jonathan, reconciliation rules dictate which name shows up on the unified profile?
Imagine you have three distinct records coming into Data Cloud, one from your Sales Cloud CRM, one from Marketing Cloud, and one from your point-of-sale store system. Your identity resolution match rules successfully identify that all three belong to the exact same human being. However, each system records a slightly different email address and phone number for this individual. Matching them into a unified profile is only half the engineering challenge. Survivorship rules specify exactly which source attributes survive into the final unified profile view, ensuring downstream activations never use stale or inaccurate customer data. Salesforce Data Cloud provides three primary, out-of-the-box reconciliation rule strategies to determine data survivorship across unified attributes. The first strategy is last updated, which continuously awards victory to whichever source system pushed the most recent record modification. The second strategy is most frequent, which aggregates all matched source records and selects the attribute value that appears most often across system inputs. Finally, the third strategy is source system priority, allowing architects to explicitly rank platforms based on data trustworthiness. Understanding when to apply each strategy across different business attributes is essential for maintaining high data hygiene across millions of unified profiles. Let me walk you through a practical enterprise scenario to demonstrate why source system priority is the gold standard for data survivorship. Suppose a customer updates their address inside your verified core CRM portal during a support interaction, but later makes a guest purchase on your website using an abbreviated address. If you relied solely on last updated logic, the lower quality website input would overwrite your verified CRM data. By configuring source system priority, you explicitly dictate that core CRM holds priority level 1, Commerce Cloud holds priority level 2, and legacy flat file imports hold priority level 3. Data Cloud evaluates this hierarchy instantly during profile unification execution. Standard rule sets apply global survivorship rules across an entire unified object, but enterprise architectures demand much finer granularity. Data Cloud allows architects to set field-level reconciliation overrides directly on specific attributes within the unified individual object. For example, you might enforce last updated for the primary mobile phone field to capture real-time contact changes, while enforcing source system priority for the legal first and last name attributes to prevent nickname overwrites. Combining global ruleset defaults with target field overrides gives you absolute, surgical control over how every single customer attribute is computed and displayed in your unified data model. Let me give you a quick rule of thumb when deciding between most frequent and last updated strategies for your reconciliation pipeline. Imagine a scenario where an enterprise ingests millions of telemetry records from mobile apps alongside traditional CRM updates. If you choose last updated, a single automated app ping with incomplete contact information could clobber clean data updated by a call center agent minutes prior. Conversely, if you choose most frequent, a customer who legitimately updates their phone number might be stuck with their old number surviving simply, because 4 legacy systems still store the old value. Weighing recency against frequency is critical to preventing profile drift. To truly master Data Cloud, you must understand what happens behind the scenes in the data model during reconciliation execution. When identity resolution runs, Data Cloud creates 2 critical system entities: the unified individual object, which stores the surviving merged attributes, and the individual identity link object. The identity link object maintains a complete bridge table linking the original source keys from your individual DMOs directly to the single unified individual ID. This decoupled architecture guarantees complete lineage traceability. Source data in your data lake objects is never modified or destroyed. Instead, Data Cloud maintains physical source persistence alongside logical unified abstraction. What happens when an operational source system changes a customer record, or when an architect adjusts the match and reconciliation rule set in production? Data Cloud features a powerful, automated dynamic reconsolidation engine. If 2 source records were previously merged into a single unified profile, but a key attribute changes that breaks the match condition, Data Cloud automatically executes an unmerge operation. The identity link bridge records are dynamically rewired, and survivorship rules instantly recalculate for the separated profiles without manual database interventions or script executions. This automated lineage management guarantees real-time compliance with evolving data states. To conclude Episode 6, let's summarize the ultimate CTA blueprint for building enterprise-grade reconciliation rules in Salesforce Data Cloud. Always establish core CRM or ERP as your top priority source for core demographic attributes. Enforce strict null prevention settings to ensure secondary sources backfill missing fields without clobbering primary data. Test rule sets extensively inside isolated sandbox data spaces before deploying to production, because updating rule sets triggers computationally heavy recalculation runs across your dataset. Master these survivorship fundamentals, and your unified profiles will serve as an unshakable foundation for AI agents, real-time flows, and high ROI segmentation. Alright, let's wrap up. Here are the key things to remember. Reconciliation rules govern attribute survivorship when multiple source records merge into a unified profile. Source system priority provides the most deterministic defense against bad or guessed customer data. Field-level overrides let architects combine recency and priority strategies on the same unified object. Data Cloud uses non-destructive logical unification, tracking lineage via the identity link object. If this helped, hit like. It really helps the channel. Next up, Episode 7, Advanced Multi-Role Set Strategies and Cross-Data Space Identity Resolution Architecture. See you tomorrow.